American Jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to Eric Deters Show. As always, we're sponsored by Deters Consulting, Parks Yoga, and check us out on all of our platforms. Well, the lead story is Joe Biden's going to announce apparently next Tuesday. But guess what? While he's announcing, he's losing to Trump. And guess what else? 44% Americans think he doesn't have the mental ability to be president. I still wonder, who are the 56% who think he does? But regardless, it's a joke. 80 years old, full-blown dementia, he's going to run for president again. All right, Alvin Bragg, the United States attorney who's prosecuting Trump, you know what his latest is? He announces he is not going to prosecute theft crimes. He sees it as an economic, racial leveling of the playing field. The man has actually signaled to his area of the state, steal away, I'm not prosecuting you. It's insanity. Remember what I said? I'm the only one that's called it. Across the country, all the national pundits, everybody else, nobody has called it for what it is. And you know what it is? It's payback. This is a black, racist man who now has power, and he sees it not as being the prosecutor, law enforcement. He sees it as paybacks are hell. I'm now going to let the oppressed black man do whatever the hell he wants. That's what it's all about. Nobody will say it. I'll say it. Basketball and yard shooting. A basketball rolls into a yard. We've now had a 20-year-old woman shot and killed in a driveway. We've had a young black man who goes to the wrong house, gets shot to the door. Now we get somebody who gets shot when the basketball rolls in their yard. It's crazy. It's crazy. By the way, it's not a gun problem. It's a societal problem. Merrick Garland apparently is the leading figure. He is the guy that is at the heart of the IRS whistleblower interference in Hunter Biden. It's going to get good, folks. Alec Baldwin, he walks. But apparently, all the ballistics, everything that they did, the gun could be fired without him pulling the trigger, which he claimed he did, that he didn't pull the trigger. So, he walks. It is what it is. Jamie Comer says the walls are caving in on the Hunter Biden family. We'll see. I'm like you, I get so tired of these investigations going nowhere, but we'll see. This really bothers the hell out of me. This guy now has in life imprisonment in Texas, his 9th DUI. Folks, I can always understand the humanity of one DUI. I do. You get one DUI, then you should never drink and drive again. 2, how do we let somebody drink and drive 9 times? He deserves life imprisonment, because if we don't, he's going to kill somebody. Anthony Blinken, our Secretary of State. Now we know why he got the job. You know what he did? He's the guy that got the 51 CIA intelligence people to sign the big lie that Hunter Biden was Russian disinformation. That man is a treasonous scoundrel, and he's the head of Secretary of State, the State Department. Tire slashing in Boston. Eco-friendly folks decided to go on a tirade in Boston, slash 50 tires of big SUVs, and they got away with it. This is the world that we've become, folks. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Coming up next, Bulldogtv and local news with yours truly. Ladies and gentlemen, American Jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Bulldogtv local news. By the way, this week, this Saturday, the second edition of Eric Deters Weekly News is coming out. Check it out. It'll be emailed. It'll be posted. It covers the news like it's never been covered before. Because let's face it, there's no Saturday paper anymore in Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky. So I'm giving it to you. All the coverage you need, everything you need from Northern Kentucky, Cincinnati, and Ohio. We're sponsored by Deters Consulting and Parks Yoga. Check us out on all of our platforms. And here's our top story. Our top story is this guy, Ben Doozy, the lawyer. Are you ready for this? Now, we won't know what the Kentucky Supreme Court does. They have basically found him guilty of bribery. Yet Ben Doozy remains unprosecuted for bribery, and they only recommend 3-year suspension. Ladies and gentlemen, American Jury and Bulldog Nation, I've never committed any crime. Any crime. And here I am. Well, I take that back, the menacing. But I'm talking about relative to my bar battle. This guy right here, is being recommended only 3 years, bribing somebody, plus a bunch of other stuff. It's insane. A long crime. An Ohio grand jury indicted Darnell Dollar yesterday for assaulting and killing a 61-year-old woman. Dollar was arrested on March 15th for murdering Constance Reddix, who was found dead in an SUV in Middletown. Documents show Dollar had beaten and strangled the woman the previous night. The Butler County Sheriff's Office is planning on implementing body cameras for their deputies. Butler County Sheriff Richard Jones originally said he didn't think his deputies needed body cams, but after receiving a state grant to cover the costs, it looks like they'll move forward on the technology. Kings Island is adopting a new policy after teens have been unruly and inappropriate on multiple occasions this season. The new policy will require any guest 15 years old or younger must now be accompanied by someone over 21. On opening weekend, a 17-year-old with a gun tried to jump the fence to get into the park. Cincinnati Metro is set to launch a new rideshare service similar to Uber with public transportation. Riders will be able to order a van via an app or phone call to show up directly to your doorstep. In Kentucky State news, a forest fire has been blazing on Natural Bridge State Park since Monday. Firefighters have fought the flames for days, but still don't know when the fire will be controlled. Officials say the difficult terrain has made it difficult to extinguish the fire. I always hate these things. All the beautiful parts of nature burning up. The number of overdoses in Kentucky apparently dipped a little bit in 2022. 2022 saw 2,120 fatal overdoses. That's 130 less than 2021. It's all in context. It's been going up, up, up. Andy Bashir actually issued a press release on this, like he's some kind of hero. Kentucky is one of 4 states that won't be competing for $4.6 billion from the federal government. The money is earmarked for reducing greenhouse gases and creating a climate action plan. Ohio State news. Ohio lawmakers are proposing legislation for required improvements of security at public schools. The Ohio Childhood Safety Act would put new standards into effect. Requirements like stronger door materials, alarm locks, and fire prevention measures are addressed. And in sports, the Cincinnati Bearcats starting quarterback last year, Ben Bryant, has entered the transfer portal. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Coming up next, Tim Ash's good buddy, James Spindley with World News.
Hello, Bulldog Nation. Today's world headlines. Elon Musk's SpaceX company's mammoth new rocket, Starship, has exploded on its maiden flight. No one was hurt in the uncrewed test that lifted off from Texas. It started to tumble after 3 minutes in flight, then it was destroyed. A Russian fighter jet has accidentally bombed the Russian city of Belgorod, 25 miles from the border of Ukraine. 3 people were injured and lots of buildings were damaged. Deputy Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Dominic Saab, has resigned from the government after a report upheld bullying allegations against him. More information to come when it's available. And last night, a rare solar eclipse has thrilled thousands of people who flocked to a remote Australian town for the best vantage point on Earth. The skies over Exmoor in Western Australia turned dark for 60 seconds Thursday night. What a spectacular event. Have a great weekend. See you on Monday. And as always, thank you for watching Bulldog TV World News.